Yeah, I mean, I'm not a linguistics major. Like, I don't consider myself a linguist, but I have, maybe it has to do with autism, but like when I don't understand something, I have to understand, and I have to break it down into systems. And once I realize that grammar is just systems, and words are just systems as well. They're words, they're systems of meaning, right? We attribute meaning to things, and you can understand a word isn't just a word, right? It's within a larger framework of suffixes, prefixes, and roots. And those roots, while the original root didn't mean anything on its own, they ascribed the meaning to this root, and you can follow the derivations of this root through centuries, millennia, and through different language families. And so, yeah, if you think of it as like each word is just a history that comes after ascribing an original meaning to a word, and then all the changes that happen in between that, it's easier to understand the language as a system, and then you're not as it doesn't feel as hopeless. Because when I can't assign meaning to words and they're just sounds, it's hard for me to take those in. Whereas some people, they're really social creatures, right? A lot of humans, they're a lot better at socializing than me. And they can just say, oh, if I say this type of grunt, then this person will understand this, or they'll do this thing. They don't really think of it as like a word with roots and prefixes and systems. It doesn't work for them that way, and that's okay. I think I would be much better at learning to read quicker or learning to write quicker, whereas they would probably be better at learning to speak or to listen quicker. Unfortunately, for most of everything that you do in the real world, your listening and your speaking is going to be more useful than your reading and your writing, unless you're like a translator or something. But yeah, I'm a very good language learner when it comes to grammar and stuff, but when it comes to speaking, it can be very difficult because I usually want to get the exact meaning of what I'm trying to say, and it's not good enough to just say something, the other person laughs, and we move on. It's like, no, I don't want you to laugh. I want you to think about what I said, and then you give me what you think about that. Anyway, there's a tree, but I can't interact with it. I don't know what to do with it, and I can't vault it. Okay. Okay, I picked up an axe. With the weapon selected in your hotbar, press L2 to take aim. Okay, so I can equip, maybe? That's my hotbar. Okay. Here's my axe. Okay, I can put that in my hotbar. Okay, I've done that. And now I can chop. I wonder if there's I wonder if I can damage my axe. Probably. These trees are growing too fast. Soon I won't be able to cut them down fast enough. Yeah, it's funny because, like, you can, in my job, right, I listen to a lot of people that talk about politics. And, like, to me, the thought of the system of politics and sort of being used to propagate ideas and sort of how do you influence people, that's interesting on its own. But in the nitty gritty every day of it, like things that happen, I don't care at all. To me, they're temporal, and long term they don't matter. And if they impact people in an unfair way, maybe that's something that, you should fight to change. But in general, I don't care about the day to day. But some people find that stuff super fascinating, and they don't give a shit about grammar. They don't give a shit about where words come from, and that's fine. They don't care about etymologies. I think it's so interesting how your personality, like not only the big five, but I think probably genetic factors and probably your family, like your social formation, I think how they impact what you're interested in is interesting in its own right.